Julie Chen and Aisha Tyler, they're impressive too. Very busy girls as two of the 5 co-hosts of CBS's Emmy-nominated daytime talk show. It's called The Talk. They sometimes laugh at all the hot topics. They're about to kick off season number 5 already. Julie also finds time 3 nights a week to host CBS's hit summer reality series. It's called Big Brother.
And Aisha not only lends her voice to the animated series Archer, she's also the host of Whose Line Is It Anyway? And does stand-up comedy. Julie and Aisha, good morning. So great to have you here.
Good morning, guys.
My gosh, when do you guys sleep? You have like multiple jobs.
These hours, woo. We actually compared notes when we got here. We were both like, did you sleep last night? Because, yeah.
She was out at a karaoke rock and roll place till midnight.
I did heavy metal karaoke last night. I love New York so much. It's such
heavy
amazing.
Metal karaoke.
Yeah, I was out with friends and they were like, let's do karaoke.
What's
it's
your
a
jam?
live band.
What's your jam?
Last night I said, I didn't feel like making love by Bad Company.
Oh,
I like to do a song that no one would ever expect a black woman to get up and do, right? They're waiting for like Bust a Move.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, and I'm doing Black Sabbath. Yeah, so it was really fun.
That'll do it. So all you needed was a little Pearl Jam.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so here you guys are starting season number 5, and you're starting with revealing secrets.
Well, it's a 2-week premiere. The first week is a week of dares, which is next week.
Oh, boy.
And then the second week, back by popular demand, you guys loved it last year when we each revealed a secret on the air. So week number 2, starting September 15th, each day of the week, one of us will reveal a new secret.
You know what was so interesting was last year we all had to really kind of plumb the depths because we're pretty open on the show. We talk pretty freely with each other. It's such a safe space. But I was like, I might have to go out and make some secrets over our hiatus. I had to like come up with some
night
new.
at the rock and roll bar.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you had a few secrets.
Driving around New York trying to
but yours was infertility, and you talked about your eyelid surgery, and both of which got a lot of attention. Did you regret it after, Julie? Aisha, did you regret?
Not at all for me.
Not at all.
Because of the positive response I got from women, other Asian women that knew me a little bit, didn't know me at all, coming up, they were like, you did a good thing, Julie. I have lived with this secret. A girlfriend of mine said, my husband never knew. She's Korean. She said, my husband never knew I had this done when I was 18. And she goes, you freed me. I came out of the closet.
But you had some haters, too.
Oh, I had
who
some
were
haters.
mad at you.
They thought, oh, you're denying your heritage.
Yeah.
Look, I had haters within my family who said that.
Well, you can say you still look Chinese. So
Yeah,
I
like, no
I
one
didn't understand
thinks
where the
I'm,
hating was coming from.
You know, a Russian model.
Yeah.
No one thinks I still look, well, thank you.
It was interesting because I remember afterwards being like, oh, that was a lot of feelings to have on TV, because you don't always expect that it's going to affect you the way it did. But for me, it was important to let other couples that are going through this know that they're not alone. And the number of women and the number of men that came forward and said, thank you so much for speaking openly about this. I also wanted couples out there to know it's okay to decide not to go on that crazy fertility merry-go-round of IVF. I think a lot of people feel ashamed of it or like they've given up. And I was like, that's a choice. That's another choice to free yourself from all of that. And people really responded positively.
So what are you doing this year? Fears?
The first week is a week of dares. Let's just say it's going to be very visual. And I know I've talked to our
Does
producers.
it involve iCloud?
Maybe. Unbeknownst to
I
us.
just emptied my iCloud completely. There's nothing in there, but there's nothing in there but water vapor in my cloud. Thank you very much.
I already decided I'm doing 3 tequila shots before mine.
Oh, how fun!
Wow.
Please invite me to your dressing room for that.
No, on the
Just
air.
for support.
No, I'm doing them on the air before
Excellent.
they make me do what they say they're going to make me
They're
do.
scary.
Now, what the point of all this is that does it bring you closer together because you're sharing either secrets or fears? Because I know a famous film director brings his actors together, and on the first day they do some bonding experience like this, so that they'll be freer.
Trust fall. Come on, right now.
Oh my God! Go! I got you.
Thank you.
I always have you. I mean, I think we feel supported by each other every day. It's a really safe place. But I also feel like it brings us together. But I think it's also for the audience. Look, TV seems so magical and fancy and abstract. Everyone looks perfect. And a part of the show is making the audience that 6th member at the table. You're here with us. We're not up here being precious. We're not up here being, rarefied. And, we want the show to feel like a home to the people that watch the show. And a part of that is, not putting ourselves on a pedestal.
Well, you're very authentic, too.
Things you might say if there was not a camera.
Oh, God, well, a lot of bloops would probably...
What did you say, Charlie?
Things that you might say if there was not a camera present.
Oh, yes, that's, yes.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of bleeps.
And sometimes that gets us in trouble. I'm not going to name names, but Sharon Osbourne sometimes says things. We're like, we all wear these earpieces, and it's like, stop talking! I'm like, I'm
And we're all dying laughing, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, no.
Yes.
But, I also think that, like, what's interesting is what we say at the table is just a continuation of how we are off screen,
Yeah.
a little less salty. You know what I mean? When we're together, we're a little bit more casual and informal, but we don't transform into different people at the table.
I wish I'd brought it in because I did some reading over the weekend and I was catching up, and they said the show to watch this year, they had top 10 shows, and it was a talk.
Oh, wow.
It was a talk, and they talked about how your numbers are changing in the important demographic. They're talking about how the show's getting better, that you all are gelling, and now the View's making changes over there. Are you all thinking, yeah, you guys go ahead and make changes, we'll keep doing what we're doing?
I always say,
Or are you nervous about it?
I wouldn't say nervous, but I always say never rule them out. Look, The View has been on, what, 20 years?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
coming up on our fifth
year
season.
now. Yeah.
Lord only knows what our show will look like if we make it to 20 years.
Right.
And they know what they're doing there, and they have created a new landscape in daytime television for a lot of us out there. So I applaud everything they've done, and I'm anxious to see what they plan on doing.
But I will say that and I personally, I think when we're talking on the show, we're not like, what's the View doing? We just
Yeah.
are focused on our own show and
Yeah.
what we do, and being as organic as we can and true to ourselves. And as I would say, I'm
You
not.
sound like CBS This Morning.
Well, I'm not checking for nobody. You know what I mean? I don't really think about. I'm never looking behind.
Yes.
We're always looking ahead. I think that's how
That's because
we
you're
do
so
it.
tall.
I can't see her exactly
Horizon.
over everybody's heads. Yes.
But it also does suggest that connecting to an audience is a building, evolving thing.
Yes.
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 You guys know that. I mean, it's kind of like word of mouth is better than any other
That's
marketing
right.
tool out there.
I'll take it
Especially
anytime.
friends you trust. Like, hey, everywhere I go, they're like, Julie, I know you used to work in the mornings, but it's so much better now with Charlie, Nora, and Gail. I'm like, I know, it's so good in the morning now without. But it is,
We're
and
going to
it's
let
word of
Julie
mouth.
keep talking. We liked it in her. Thank you, Julie and Aisha. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Season number 5 of The Talk premieres Monday at 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 Central and Pacific, right here on where?
Oh,
CBS.
There you go.